Hello everybody, this is Tina and I'm back for day 4 of my vlogging, and today is about keeping journals. Yesterday I did a video about things to do so you don't go stir crazy, and I kind of included this journaling thing in there and had to go and edit it out when I realized that was a whole day for journaling. But anyways, so today we are going to get into journaling, um, eh, just just to talk about it really quickly. I find that journaling is a way of an outlet for stress and frustration, and just to, because I love to write. I'm a writer, so I love to write. So journaling is a great way just for me to express myself in creative writing of all sorts. So the types of journals that there are many types of journals, and there's many ways that you can use your journal. um, and I'm reading a list I wrote down so I didn't forget anything. Creative writing, like I said, I love to write, so I love writing short stories. um, I have a specific journal just for that. I don't usually, I'm trying to think, I don't usually mix my regular journal with my creative writing journal. So there's a distinction when and if I ever leave this earth and my kids want to read it, they will realize that my creative writing is not my everyday journal. So I do have a separate journal for that. There are art journals. I went to an art journaling class a couple years back and fell in love. I don't pick it up too much. Which is sad, and maybe this week I'll work in it a little bit. But art journaling is fun. It's a creative outlet way of expressing yourself, and it's yours. You could do whatever you want. Don't let anybody else say, oh well, that's not the way it works. No, it's art journaling. You do what you want in your journal to make you feel good. It doesn't, we look at all these videos and we say, oh, I wish I could do that. Well, try it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It doesn't matter. You tried it, and you'll either enjoy it or you'll not enjoy it. It'll either work out for you or you won't work out for you, but it doesn't matter. It's art journaling is just about expressing yourself in any way, shape, or form. It could be as little as painting in watercolors, painting in regular, type of paint, acrylic paint or whatever. It could be using cloth material inside your journal. I don't have one out here. It could be paper. Paper, obviously it's paper. Crayons and markers and all kinds of things. You could cut up, I have one that I cut up inspirational quotes and pictures and stuff. It's almost like a what would you call those? Help me out here, you're probably screaming it. Like a vision board type book per se. And I just have quotes and things that I love to look at, and I have that kind of stuff in my journal. So I also have a journal. I don't have one of I'm sorry. You could also journal letters to yourself. Dear younger me, dear older me, that type of thing. You can have letters to God. I kind of do this in my faith journal. I do keep a separate faith journal, and it will be stuff on like letters to God, prayers to God, um, notes of the sermon for the week at church, my thoughts and feelings about what, the pastor said. Um, you could put all that stuff down, because it's your thoughts, it's your, you could do whatever you want in your journal. So that's what I do. I write notes about what he said, and then I write notes about how I felt about what he said. Um, you can do a brain dump journal where you just and journals can be anything from hardcover books to, the pretty hardcover books, to a notebook. It's that simple. So you can use for brain dump, you could use it if you don't want to ruin this, which I don't care, you have to use them anyways. Get a notebook and just write out your brain dumps, like what is frustrating you for the day. And this is a time during this COVID-19 business where you might want to get those thoughts out of your head so it's not stressing you. um, and just let it go. There's also something called a burn book, and the method behind the burn book, the theory behind the burn book is that sometimes they're prompted, where you'll open it up and it's actually it will say something and you fill it out and you fill out the entire thing, and then the thought is that you burn it. I actually bought one. I couldn't really get into it, but I had planned on, oh yeah, I'm going to fill this all out and then take it to the campsite when I go and burn it in the fire. But I never finished filling it out because it kind of bored me. So, and some of the questions really didn't relate to me at all in my entire life. So I just, whatever. Um, so that's the brain dump. And then memory keeping. I have two types of memory keeping. Last year I started, I'm going to show you the one that I started last year, and I actually finished. So every page had been filled out. It's a horizontal planner. And every night before I went to bed, I would write something in here that happened or something I thought about or whatever the case is. But I actually was so impressed with myself that I can look back on every day, and every day it tells me what I did. And I even, did like little blurbs in my monthly spread as well. Since that worked out so well for me last year, I picked up one this year that's still on there because I contemplated at one time just bringing it back, because I don't use the Happy Planner too much anymore. But it was going to work out for me because my Erin Condren that I bought that was horizontal ended in June, so I didn't want. I don't even know why I did that. I did like a July to June situation. I think my theory behind that was I was going to use it for work and I didn't. So anyways, now it's being used for these videos. But anyway, so that was one type of journal that I do keep. I also keep a journal, just a regular journal that I try to write in every single day. I have been pretty laxed with doing it for the month of March, only because I am in a challenge with the Paper and Pen Girl. I mention that every single day throughout the month of March, and we are using, or I am using a notebook, like an Erin Condren, this isn't it, but you've seen it in other videos, an Erin Condren petite notebook, and every day I have written down list. It's basically lists, but I have written down list, and I just incorporated in my list after the end of the day, writing out how did I feel about what I accomplished for the day, you know. So yeah, so that's a one way. And memory keeping, like I said, with I have another, I have to finish it. It's actually from last year, but I really want to put it together. Pictures, every day I take pictures, of something going on. So I just print those pictures out and I pop them into my memory keeping book. I really want to do that again this year. However, I'm not going to buy a big happy planner. I am going to try to just pop in pictures here. We had a paint night at a friend's house, actually my writing group. So I just kind of like journaled, put pictures in of, see my picture, isn't that pretty? Pretty, right? So anyways, so I just pop pictures in here to kind of remind myself of something that I did at that particular time of my, the week or whatever the case is. So That's how I'm going to do the memory keeping this year. I'm going to actually do it in this happy planner and keep it down to a minimum. Um, I mean, the list goes on and on and on, and you can use one single notebook for everything if you chose to. I mean, you don't have to have multiple notebooks like I do. I mean, you can use this for your faith journal and your brain dump and your list for the weekend and. You know, you don't have to have a multitude of journals. I happen to just love paper. I love to kind of keep things separate. Um, like I said, my creative writing goes into a separate book because I don't want my children to, in years to come, to look at it and um, have no idea what I was talking about. And so I want them to distinguish between my real life to my make believe life. Also, my thoughts and theories are, if for any reason I never get published, with any of my writings, maybe my kids can move forward with the writings that I have in my journal and maybe get something published even way after I'm gone. Um, but journaling is just a way of getting out frustration. And right now in our lives, that the things that we're going through and living through and listening to, with this COVID-19, it's just a great outlet for us right now. And especially those who are now um, bound to the house. We are on a, if you don't have to go anywhere after 8 o'clock at night, do not go anywhere after 8 o'clock at night. Do not travel with people. Stay 6 feet away from people. You know, only essential places are open: grocery stores, pharmacies. Not quite sure what, oh, I did hear why they're keeping liquor stores open, but liquor stores, gas stations, places to service your car, that's an essential needs. Um, but they're asking you to stay home. So I pretty much I'm going to stay home. I went out shopping this morning. You can see my shopping bag over there. I went to hit up 2 stores to try to find stuff, and at this point frustrated, very frustrated, and I'll probably write it in my journal because I can't find flour. It's the simplest things. It's not like I want to hoard the flour. I want to buy flour. Um, I want to buy flour because I am cooking now. And I say that because we eat out a lot. We do. We eat out a lot. And it's been kind of nice. I said kind of nice to actually make meals at home and, you know, um, have an overabundance of food in the house. And it's funny because we never really had an overabundance of food in the house because of the fact that I don't really cook. And so now me and my son are both like taking turns making, you know, food for dinner or whatever. So it's been real fun, and I guess it's a habit I could probably keep up with after all this is going on. I've never had so much food in my house in a long time, since my kids were little. But so going to the grocery store and spending a couple $100 on food, um, it, 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 it just amazes me because all that money that I spend out, um, eating out, um, could have gone into the house and we could have been eating, you know, more healthy. I don't know if it's really healthy, some of the stuff that my son asked for, but nonetheless, it's probably a lot cheaper. I could definitely get a lot more meals out of the $20 that I spend, than I would going running to a restaurant and that kind of stuff. So, that being said, I will probably journal today about, you know, getting it together in the grocery store, and I did do a stockpile thing today, but I think that should probably be another video, and I think I will make it another video. But and I wasn't hoarding, it was on sale, like, never mind. I'll get to that another day. But yeah, so take this time right now to like write down your thoughts, write down your feelings. Just get it out there, brain dump it. If it's a real brain dump that you don't want to like hold on to, get yourself a notebook, brain dump it out, and at the end of this, burn it. Just burn it. Just throw it in the fire and burn it. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. And again, if you're still with me to the end, thank you very much. And please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Tell a friend about my channel. And if you have any suggestions on topics that you want me to ramble on about, because I know I ramble, but that's all right. You're still here and you're still listening, and I appreciate you very much. So again, subscribe, big thumbs up. Please leave me a comment so I know that you were here, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day.